Welcome to mi casa. I am turkey hunting in the morning. Tomorrow's opening day of turkey hunting here in Montana. I roosted a bird on public land. Then I scared out a black bear sow with 2 cubs pretty close at dark after I roosted that bird. So that's going to be interesting. It's also supposed to be crappy weather in the morning, some snow, wind. So hopefully right at daybreak, at least it's not as bad and we can get it done. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was sick. Oh. Open morning, about an hour in. About a 2-year-old bird. Not much of a beard on him. Maybe like a 6-inch beard. Weird colors though. But he came in putting on a show. Hopefully my Sony action cam footage can show how cool that was. But basically what happened is I'm hunting this piece of public land. Lots of pressure. Actually about 15 minutes before I killed this thing, 2 other hunters came in behind me. What I did is last night I came down here, I roosted this bird. I knew exactly where he was going to be. And then I camped out at the pullout right about half a mile from here. And as I was walking in to know where this bird was, those guys were showing up in their trucks. So I got out ahead of them. Kind of was messing around, going back and forth. I thought he was on the other side from last night's roosting. Then he started gobbling after he was off the roost down in that field on private. And I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely need to get across the ravine now because that's the side he's on. I came down, and here's the deal, guys. The forecast this morning was 10 to 20 mile an hour winds, snow. It's not what happened. Especially in these pockets in the mountains, you can get wind breaks, and I'm on the leeward side of like a big mountain range here. So yeah, maybe about 2 miles down in the valley, that wind's blowing, but up here it's not. Right before this guy came in, the wind kicked up. He was out in the field. Turkeys don't like wind. They can't hear, everything is moving. So what they'll do is they'll come back into cover if it gets windy, and just like clockwork. I knew that the wind was going to kick up at some point. He was out in that field. I just stayed put here, and he came right back in, and I was able to call him in. Sure, I slept in my truck for a turkey, but hey, that's how you get it done. Like I said, those hunters, I called them off. They came up right behind me. I was already set up. Be respectful of your fellow hunters. If I had come up on them, I would have turned around and went a different direction. I wouldn't have tried to mess around with this guy. And so they were courteous and did that. But I'll tell you what, these things are just gorgeous and tasty. And that's number 1. My goal is to shoot 4 in Montana this spring. The second one I could shoot around here, but the third one I have to go a little further, and the fourth one I have to cross the whole state. So that's a lofty goal. I want to take out some friends too, see how they do. They haven't turkey hunted before. Awesome. got it done first morning. Another thing I want to mention to you guys is that this bird couldn't see me where I was. As you know, I was set up down right in this little, right here in this little nook. And from my view, this was over that rise. He came in from down here, and they like to be displaying out in the open, but I kept scratching the ground and making calls and wasn't showing where I was. And he actually went past me. I got a little bit antsy and almost got up and tried to cut some ground to get ahead of him, but I decided to hold true to my decision and kept making him curious, stopped calling as much, and then when he kept moving that way, I called more, and then he turned around, and eventually, you can see on the video probably, he kept poking his head up high, trying to look down in this ditch I was in. If they can't see where that hen is, they're gonna get pretty curious, but if you set up on the edge of a big open area, and they can see where that sound's coming from, or where there should be a hen, and they don't see one, that's when they get spooky. The best advice I can give is set up where the first time you see that turkey, you can kill it. And that's pretty much where I was. The first time I saw him, he was about 40, 45 yards, but he closed to, shoot, 25. So keep him curious.